6 stem and leaf plots, and in this lesson you learn to construct stem and leaf plots. Let's take a look at this example. Deontay's brother told him that if he wants to improve his grades, he should watch less television and study more. Deontay took a survey to find out how many hours of television other kids in his grade watch in a week. The results are shown in the chart. What could Deontay conclude from this data? We will solve this in example 2. And this is the data that Deontay was able to gather from his classmates. The number represents hours of television per week, okay, that his classmates watch. Okay, and one way to display a large data set is to make it easy to read. Okay, so we can read it easily is to construct what we call a stem and leaf plot. Okay, to display the data 25, 8, 14, 25, 12, and 21 in stem and leaf plot, follow these steps. Okay, first, these are our pieces of data: 25, 8, 14, 25, 12, and 21. Okay, so these are the steps that we need to take to be able to construct a stem and leaf plot using these pieces of data. First step, find the least and the greatest number. Identify the tens digit in each. The least number is 8. Okay, and the greatest number is 25. Okay, the least number 8 has 0 in the tens place, and the greatest number 25 has 2 in the tens place. Step number 2, draw a vertical line. Okay, draw a vertical line and write the tens digit from the least to the greatest to the left of the line. These digits now will form our stems. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, that's our vertical line, and these are the stems. Where did our stems come from? Okay, our least number is 8. It has 0 in the tens place. Our greatest number is 25. It has 2 in the tens place. So our leaves now, our stems start from 0 to 2. Okay, and we have now 0, 1, 2 as our stems. Step number 3. Okay, write the units digit to the right of the line with the corresponding stem. The units will form now the leaves. So we have our stems as 0, 1, 2. The units digit is nothing more than the ones place. So we write 5, 8, 4, 5, 2, and 1. Those are all the ones place. Now the important thing is to be able to write them where they're supposed to go, in 0 and 8, since in the number 8, 0 is the tens place, 8 is the ones place. The leaf of 0 is 8. Okay, the next one, in the stem of 1, you have 4 and 2. Why 4 and 2? Because you have 14 and 12. Okay, in order, 4 and 2. You have 4 in the ones place, 2 in the ones place, in 14 and in 12. And finally, in stem of 2, you have 5, 5 in 1 as your leaves, because we have 25, where 5 is in the ones place, another 25, and 21. Okay, so after we have created our leaves, okay, we simply, in step number 4, order the leaves from each row from least to greatest. But before we do that, we'll write down stem and leaf. Okay, and since we simply rewrite 0, 1, 2, okay, so 0, 8, okay, because there's nothing to order. Now the one is 1 and 2 to 2 and 4, since the lesser number is 2. And then we have 1, 5, 5, 1. We simply arrange the leaves from least to greatest, and the probably the more important step, okay, after doing all of that would be step number 5, which would be including the key for an explanation. So without a key, these are just numbers that don't mean a thing. So we include a key. 1/2 equals 12, meaning if you get stem 1 and leaf 2, it will mean 12. Okay? So those are the 5 steps to create our stem and leaf plot. Let's take a look at example number 1 and see how this works. The Iditarod dog sled race is more than 1,000 miles across Alaska. The distances between the checkpoints are shown in the chart. Make a stem leaf plot of the data. Okay, and these are the distances between checkpoints. Okay, and the Iditarod dog sled race. Okay, it's a grueling race where they need to cross more than 1,000 miles to be able to get to their destination, and it usually takes a week to be able to complete this, or probably a little bit more. In which interval do most of the distances fall? Why would this information be useful to competitors? So we will use this information. We will create a stem and leaf plot from this information, and let's see how this works. Okay. So in letter A, I just copied in the table here so I don't have to go up and down. Okay? Letter A, the least number is 14 and the greatest number is 93. So the stems start with 9 and end with 9. So stems start with 9, end with 9, and then we start creating the leaves. Okay? Again, Y1, because the ones place of 14 is the tens place of 14 is 1, and the tens place of 93 is 9. And we include all the numbers in between those two numbers. Those will become our stems. Okay? And then we start creating our leaf for this one. Okay? And if you start creating our leaves in stem 1, we have 4, 8, 8, because you have 14, 18, and 2 18s. Okay, right here, 14, okay, 18 here, and 18 again. In stem 2, we have 0, 9, 3, 5, 8, 2. Why? Because you have 20, 29, there's 29 right there, 23, 23, where's 23? Right there, 25, 28, and 22. Okay, wrote them down in order, as we go through the table. In stem 3, we have 4, 0, and 8 because we have 34. Okay, we have 34, number 30, and number 38. Okay, in stem 4, we have 5, 8, 8, 0, 8. Why? Because we have 45, 58, another 58. Where's my other 58? 58. Oh, sorry, I'm on stem 4. So that's 45, 48, another 48, number 40, and another 48. There you go. And stem 5, we have 52, 58, and 55. Okay, so 52, 58, which I already crossed out right here, and 55 right there. Okay. STEM 6. What did I do? STEM 6 is 70. Okay, 0. There's only one. 70 right there. STEM 8, if you notice, there's no leaves for STEM 8. Okay, but we still put STEM 8. So we include 8 as a STEM, even though none of the numbers have an 8 in the tens place. So we still include that. And finally, STEM 9 will have 93, 90, and 90. So we have 93, 90, and 90. We forgot 60. There's 65 and 60. We forgot STEM 6, sorry. Okay, so we crossed out all the numbers. All the leaves now are there. And from what we learned in all the steps in creating a STEM leaf plot, after creating that, order the leaves from least to greatest. Okay, and create our key. Our key is 1-4 equals 14 miles. If we order them from least to greatest, this is what we come up with. We simply order the leaves from least to greatest. And in letter B, most of these distances are between 20 and 48 miles. This information would be helpful in calculating the amount of supplies needed between checkpoints. Remember, in the Iditarod, okay, okay, they need to carry all their supplies, okay, including dog food, including what they need to survive on for that particular week to be able to get to the finishing line, okay? And that's how you create your stem and leaf plot from that particular problem. Look at example number 2. Refer to the beginning of the lesson. What could Deonte conclude from his survey? So going back to Deonte again, and this is the survey that he got. Okay, this is the table that was on page 68. I just copied it so I don't have to go back to the other pages. Okay, again, we are asked to create a stem and leaf plot to make a survey to make it easy to summarize. Okay, stem 1 has the greatest number of leaves. Why? Because if we create our stem and leaf plot from this, and we create our leaves from 0, 1, and 2, because the least number is 2, and the greatest number is 23. So your stems are 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we create our leaves from there, from what we did in the last example, leaves, and we arrange them from least to greatest. Okay, and we make a key. Okay, stem 1 has the greatest number of leaves. Deonte could conclude that most of the students watch 10 to 19 hours of television per week. So organizing this in a stem and leaf plot makes it easier for you to analyze the information that has been given. Okay? Lessons done. Google Forms a type of summary of what you've learned by responding to the objectives of the lesson, and type a question you might want to ask in class. Thank you.